Hey, Cocodona was 2 weeks ago, and I DNF'd. And I'm going to explain what happened in this video. So, I'm about ready to go on a run, and I'll see you out there. Marathon down, 9.5 more marathons to run. Let's go! Hello, I'm at mile 35, heading down to the Crown King aid station. I think I've got like a mile or so left. But I just wanted to show you how beautiful this is. Look at all the pine trees. They just came out of nowhere. Well, my legs feel like they have 11,000 or 12,000 feet of vert on them. A little sore, went out a little hot, but I expected that. I got excited. I've ran with and passed a couple legends. Probably get passed again, but that's fine. That's how it goes. Onward. Just hit mile 53, which means I only have 200 miles left. So that's good. I'm way ahead of schedule, and because of that, my parents were not able to meet me at the last aid station, Crown King, like we were planning. They were on their way, but I would have had to wait 40 minutes. So luckily a volunteer let me take their puffy jacket because I was going to grab my required gear from my parents when they got there. So she let me her puffy jacket because it's going to get cold tonight. Anyway, feeling pretty good. Had a headache all weekend and most of today. I am happy to report that it is pretty much gone, I think. Or the little blisters I got on my feet are taking my mind off it. I don't know. Feeling pretty good. Running when I can. I got a 4,000 foot climb right now, so I'm just locking in, hiking the ups, running the flats and downs. All right, check back in later. See ya. Came out to do 6 miles today. But my body's telling me let's just do 4. I'm at the 2 mile mark, and I don't know, I probably didn't eat enough food before this, but I'm also been tired lately. My body's just like operating on Windows 95. So what were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, the Cocodona DNF. So to start off, that race is so cool. If you get a chance to do it, I highly recommend it. The hype is justified. It is badass. I did get a little FOMO during the race that I wasn't able to watch the live stream, but then someone told me, you are the live stream. So yeah, perspective, I guess. But yeah, the first day went freaking great. I was running with a lot of the people that I look up to, legends in the sport. For the whole first day, I was in like the top 25. But things started going downhill around Whiskey Row. Yeah, it happened it slowly and then all at once. I think I took the first 36 miles too fast. You know, I was caught up in the first day jitters and, you know, running with my heroes, and I was pushing the pace. I got to Crown King 5 hours ahead of my most ambitious projections. So I think that was a sign that something was off. Something was going to go wrong. But yeah, so what happened? I think I went too fast on the downhills. My ankles started swelling. Well, mostly it was one ankle at first, and it was like right at the tibialis anterior. So it was like, it's hard to see. It was just like right here. It wasn't the actual ankle joint, it was the tibialis. So I think what happened was I was running really fast, and it's a chunky trail. You know, this is a forest road, but just to give you perspective, we were running down like stuff like this. So your ankle's doing a lot of work. So what I think happened is I just stressed that muscle out too early, because it gave me trouble for the rest of my time out there on the course. So at Whiskey Row, I started taking some ibuprofen and Tylenol, just like minimal amounts. Like I was just like, let's see if we can get this ankle to shut up a little bit. And got to Fain Ranch, and that was fine. I think Fain Ranch is where I started having breathing problems though. So I was like, oh gosh, I've got this ankle thing and I can't breathe. We were at like 5,000 or 6,000 feet or so, something like that. It was high. I'm a sea level boy. So my ascent up to Mingus was a shit show. I was just walking. I felt like I was breathing through a straw. I missed all my basketball shots at the Mingus aid station. I had 3 opportunities to hit a couple shots, and I just airballed them all. And then the descent off Mingus was gnarly. It was really chunky and technical, and my ankles really didn't like that. And but I got down to Jerome, where my parents were crewing me. Patched myself back together. That was a really rough section. And then I was like, all right, well, it's only like 8 more miles to Dead Horse. That 8 miles was fucked up. Sorry, excuse my language, but yeah, I'm not going to ever be monetized, so fuck it. It was very steep. It was rough. I think that was cumulative from Mingus down into Dead Horse. That was just a rough drop. We lost a lot of elevation. Breathing, I had a bad cough, and I was not the only one that had that. It was really hard to breathe, and I was coughing up shit. But I was descending into Dead Horse, and about 2 miles from the aid station, my ankle was just throbbing. It was killing me. I was in so much pain. I had to walk it in like very slowly. We're talking 30-minute miles. So it just, out of nowhere, it just started killing me. Way worse than before. So I got to Dead Horse, and I was a mess. My parents were there. They had rented a campsite with their trailer, and they were like, so how's it going? Not good. I went to the aid station medic, and there was a medic there. She said she was not able to tape my ankle for whatever reasons. She's not a athletic trainer. That made me upset, because at the Destination Trail races, the Triple Crown, you're able, any medic, anyone there can tape your ankle and pop blisters and whatever. So she told me she couldn't do that, and I was like, oh, I think my race might be over then if I can't get this figured out. I ended up just stepping away from the race for 12 hours. I slept. I was like, I'm not going to make a decision right now. Let's see if some ice and elevation and a good night's rest can fix this. And for the most part, it didn't. The rest of my body felt amazing though. I had 130 miles or so on me, and I woke up, and the only thing that bothered me was my ankle. I was so fresh. I don't know what the hell. That might be a strategy. Just getting a full night's rest and then attacking the rest of the race. But anyway, I was walk of shaming to go turn my tracker in, and I went and I talked to a new medic the next day, and told her my predicament, and she's like, I'll tape your ankle, but I didn't tape it, right? So we kept it on the down low. She taped my ankle, sent me on my way, and I went for it. I left that aid station, and I was feeling good. My ankle wasn't killing me that much at that point, because I had reduce the swelling a bit, and I had some ibuprofen and Tylenol on board. So we went onward towards Sedona, and got to Sedona feeling okay. My Achilles had started bothering me on the same leg, the right leg. But, you know, whatever, it waited. It waited quite a while. What do I want to say about the Sedona section was sick. I really enjoyed that. Essentially what happened was I was just using ibuprofen and Tylenol every couple hours, and eventually it just stopped making a difference. I had gotten to like Munns Park, you know, what was that? Yeah, Munns Park. I ended up quitting at Kelly Canyon, which is I think 202 miles in, because for the last 30 miles before that, leading up to it, so mile 170 on, my other ankle started hurting in that same spot. So it felt like every step I was taking, we were getting like jabbed by a knife. Wasn't very fun. And I was reduced to the point where I was walking. And if you are familiar with the race, there's so much runnable stuff once you get up on the plateau. And I was just not able to run at all. And I got in a really bad headspace because I came to race. I really thought I could do top 20. And if I hadn't dealt with this issue, I might have, you know. I was feeling really confident. I'm still confident. My fitness is great. But my headspace was not. And I even had a couple of my friends texting me, telling me to, you know, just keep going, man. You got this. You're tough. You can get through this. You don't even need ankles. So I made it, because of them, I made it a lot further than I was going to. They kind of bullied me into just keeping going, and I loved it. Honestly, I needed it. You need friends like that. And if you got a friend that's being a little bitch, you got to be that friend, I think, sometimes. So thank you to those guys. Yeah, I was in such a bad headspace. I wasn't able to run a single step for like 30 miles. And I was just like, I got to Kelly Canyon, I'm done. I just called my crew, called my parents. They came and got me. The aid station, oh gosh, the aid station girl, she had seen me at Arasta Creek at like mile 50 something. And, you know, I was doing great then. She's like, you were doing so great. Well, what's going on? You can, you know, you don't need to quit right now. You're way ahead of cutoffs. I explained to her, I was like, I've just walked the last, 12 hours, and to finish this thing, another 53 miles or so, 50-ish, it's going to take me another full day, another 24 hours. Like, I just assumed I wasn't ever going to feel better enough to run, which that's so stupid, because it worked. Taking a break worked earlier in the race for me. I should have just taken the break. As you can tell, I'm pretty torn up about this DNF. I don't like quitting shit, and I worked really hard to get to the start line, and I let a bad couple of hours, ruin that whole experience for me. It was hard to watch everybody else finish while I had pulled out and quit and given up on myself. It was tough, but I'm in the lottery for next year. Hope. If not next year, then I'll just keep applying until I get it and get another shot to finish, because I know I can, and I can probably put together a way better race now that I have a little bit of trail beta. I know that the first 50K is one of the hardest 50Ks, I think, in any race in the country. I would say that that's probably in the top 10 of any race in the whole country, and that's just the first 30 miles. So it's an intense first day, and I let myself get a little excited, and I think I threw my race right there, just getting caught up with everyone. You know what's cool? Mike McKnight, I had passed him, and he was not doing well. He was like, we were only 20 miles in. He was not looking good. He was just walking, but he's so consistent. He didn't let anybody in his head. He just stayed the course on his mission, and he ended up getting top 10. Insane. Insane. Just, that's what you need. You just need to move forward and never quit. Anyway, we'll talk about what we're doing next, because I've got some ideas for the rest of the summer. So we'll do that back at the house. That was a long night. I just passed 100 miles, and I've been having to walk through this cow pasture. This isn't bad, but there's like all these native grasses and weeds that are knee high, and I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to them, like I am most plants, where I'm from at least. So my breathing is very labored right now, and I'm just walking and my heart rate's 140. This is gonna be a long race if I have to walk the whole fucking thing. We'll see. It might get better. It might get worse. We're gonna just do what we can, I guess. I did. I feel it. It's about 26 miles later from that last video, and it has indeed gotten worse. I've got a gnarly cough. Some people refer to it as Tahoe lung, because there's a race in Lake Tahoe, the Tahoe 200, and everybody gets this nasty cough and wheezing. They call it Tahoe lung, but I'm in Arizona, so we got Arizona lung, I guess. But we gotta meet up with the medic, because at the next aid station, which is about 6 miles down the road, but it's gonna take me 2 hours to get there if I have to walk. Anyway, I'm not the only person that has this going on, but you know, it's not very fun. It's not what I came here to do. I came here to
lap 129, 15:14.
Came here to crack the top 20, and I did that, but I'm not gonna be able to hold on to it if I'm walking, because people are gonna catch their second wind, and the rest of the race is a runner's race. The beginning was all for the climbers, but yeah, it's a running race now. So I'm gonna meet up with the medic. If they say you're fucked, then I'll just take the L. I'm not walking 125 miles. It's not worth it to me, because I know I can cover the distance. So it's not like I'm proving anything to myself by suffering and breathing through a straw. Yeah, some people might think that's stupid. But I had a vision of what I was going to do in this race, and I just don't need another trophy if I have to suffer for another probably 50 hours if I have to walk. Would you do that? Well, we got the walk of shame and that cool thing. This ankle is so swollen. I don't even know why that happened, but I've been running and walking on it for 70 miles like that. And just about a mile ago, it just told me, yo, we're done, bro. So I'm limping it in. I think I have another mile or two to get to the aid station. Big sad. It was quite the production to make this happen, between buying the registration and coming down here and fucking all of it, all the hours of training. But it's not for nothing. Gotta heal this ankle, grow some new skin on my balls, and figure out why I can't breathe really well. So more on that later. Bye. This is cool. I've got a nice 1.5 mile walk to the aid station. So at least I got cool trees to look at. All right, boys, I was taking my tracker to the aid station to drop officially, but got my ankle taped instead. We're gonna send it. What's 14 miles? Thanks for peer pressuring me, bud. I had a rough day yesterday. I was having a lot of difficulty breathing, coughing, and my ankle was super swollen. I got about 7 hours of sleep last night, and I was going to turn in my tracker this morning, and by chance found somebody to tape my ankle, and I'm gonna give it a shot because I didn't come this far just to come this far. See ya.
Well, hello. How the hell?
What's up?
How the hell?
How far is it?
Less than half a mile.
Oh, great.
How are you?
Good. Got a little beat up, but doing okay.
You doing great?
No, I wouldn't say great. I'd say I'm doing okay.
But you're doing it.
I'm moving.
Oh my gosh, maybe they can retape your ankle here. Who knows?
Yeah, the Achilles started flaring up too. I think it's just because it's getting more swollen, so there's more pressure going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I felt Achilles issues at mile 70 of Bigfoot, so at least it waited.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
And that
at
was...
least it waited.
Yeah.
The cool thing is I've got less than 100 miles to go.
You bet, babe. 95.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. You're amazing, Ryan. You're effing amazing. So proud of you. Well, I wonder if they can do anything for the Achilles.
I don't know.
He's doing amazing, guys. He has less than 95 miles to go. Look at him. Killing it. Look at this kid. Amazing. Isn't the scenery beautiful, Ryan?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It was hard not to look up all the time.
Yeah.
I was gonna trip.
Yeah, you bet. This is not good terrain.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Amazing.
I can deal with one sprained ankle. I can't do two.
Yeah.
Unreal, dude. This doesn't do any justice, but I'm climbing Schnepley Hill. This is sick. There's Sedona. Got an update. Mile 192-ish. I almost lost my breakfast. I cannot eat. And I now have 2 sprained ankles. So this is just a fucking death march. You see, the thing they don't tell you about running 200 miles is that for the next 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, you're not going to want to do a damn thing. And right now, I am about to check my email. I'm very nervous. I haven't opened my computer for 2 weeks. And I'm really not looking forward to this. This is taking every ounce of mental energy I have, and I'm probably not even going to get that far. So, yeah, I would much rather go back to the start line and run it back than deal with these emails, man, because there's just, I'm going to be doing quotes for like the next two days straight. That's the way she goes, though. So I got this pack brand new for the Cocodona 250, and hey, Captain. About halfway through, it started separating, which I was like, that's not very cool. I've heard good things about this brand. Why is this happening? Well, I let the company know, and they are sending me a replacement for free because I'm not the only person this has happened to. And I just want to let everybody know that Ultraspire will stand by their product. Cool. Well, I was going to listen to my body, and then I realized the last time I did that, I ended up quitting my race. So I went out for another 2 miles. So I'm currently at 4. Got 2 back that way to the house. Feeling good. I'm glad I didn't turn around and call it a day. I just needed to just get going downhill, I guess. I don't know. But it worked out. So one way I know that what I did in training the last couple of months worked and is working is that not a week and a half later, I'm already back to running. Not big mileage, but today's going to be 6. Yesterday I did 6. Last week I did a couple like test runs, 2 and 4 miles, and I'm definitely feeling really good today. And the shoes I'm wearing are absolutely helping. They are the New Balance Tectril something or others. They're made for like trails, technical stuff, but my feet are super locked in right now and it feels awesome. I don't have any technical trails where I live. Like this is just right outside my front door. So we take what we can get. I mean, I can go to trails anytime I want. There's some like 15 minutes away. But I think it's best to stay on the flat, smooth stuff as long as my ankle's, still recovering. I'm not trying to go too hard, too fast. And this whole week's going to be pretty chill. Like probably do 4 or 6 miles tomorrow. I'm not doing double digits until next week. If my body says it's okay, then we'll do that next week. But I'm feeling good. I've got a potential race in less than a month. No, it's like 3 weeks away. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'll tell you more about that when I get home. All right, see you at home.
Here's my current POV. I bought these things after Cocodona, and I love them so far. I'm not wearing the other one because this leg feels fine. But when I first finished, both legs were super swollen, so I was using both of them. And I pretty much just lived on the couch here, watched some TV, and just alternated between that and I have this red light thing that I like to use. I don't know if it does anything, but yeah, we'll see. If you think it works, it probably works. So what is next for the rest of the summer? There's a local race in Kingston called the Lumberjack Endurance Run. They have a 50 mile, 100K, and 100 mile distance. I've done the 50 mile, I've DNF'd the 100, so I think it's my year to do the 100K. I feel really good about that race. I train there a lot, and I can do well at that race. When I did the 50 miler, I got second place, and it was my first ultra ever, first time running over 13 miles. So, I mean, there's not a lot of competition. Some years there is. I ate a whole pizza after that run, so carbs back up. Hey, back it up. So we got a Lumberjack run in 3 weeks, 18 days, and my ankle's not 100% yet, but it will be. Today was way better than yesterday, and yesterday was way better than the days before. So we're on the upward trajectory for healing. After that, I want to run the Wonderland Trail around Mount Rainier. Not trying to set any records or anything, but that's just like a beautiful trail that I've hiked before, and I'd like to do it in a single day. So see if I can find some friends to do that with. And then there's an FKT that I want to try near Leavenworth. It's the Enchantments. So there's an out and back and just like a straight through. The straight through time is really impressive, but the out and back is like 38 miles or so, 36 something, and 10,000 feet of gain. I think that one doesn't have a really strong time yet, and I think I could put up a pretty good time there. And then another, I'm going to be going back to Bigfoot this year as a pacer. I've got 1 or 2 friends doing that race this year, and I told them both I would pace them, so I'm probably going to get 100 miles that weekend. And I might do one more tune-up race around September just to get ready for Moab. As you know, I have Moab, but Moab is just a taper for my first Ironman. I've got Ironman Florida 3 weeks after Moab. So, you know, just using Moab as a training run for, you know, my Ironman. We'll see how it goes.